Hello there, sixth graders. This is Mrs. Maddox here to tell you all about your assignments for this week. Now, this week is our sixth week of distance learning, and this week we are going to be revisiting cells. Now, I know we took a brief break to celebrate Earth Day last week, but this week we are going to dive back into cells. Now, to practice learning about the cell organelles, this week you have two assignments. This video talks only about assignment 1, so when you're ready to do assignment 2, check out the other video tutorial. Now, I have a quick question for my listeners here, and you're really only going to be able to answer this if you have me as your science teacher. So if I'm your science teacher, listen up. What is one of Mrs. Maddox's most favorite things in the whole entire world? And if you still don't know, think about when I'm teaching, especially if you have me as your teacher in the morning. What am I walking around with when I'm teaching? What am I holding in my hand? If you said a coffee cup, you are absolutely right. I absolutely love coffee. I love drinking it all day long. Now, why is it that I'm talking about coffee? Well, assignment 1 is titled Welcome to Cellbucks. Get it? It's like Starbucks, but with cells. So this week, you guys are going to be working on assignments, and the first one is called Welcome to Cellbucks. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the directions here. Now, in this assignment, you guys are going to be making some analogies. Do you guys remember what an analogy is? Analogies are where you compare two different things because they have similar characteristics. Like I could say Mr. Rowling is as funny as a clown because you know he always tells the greatest jokes. In this assignment, you are going to compare the cell organelles to things that you would find at Starbucks. Hear what the directions say. All cells are made of organelles, and each organelle has a specific job. In this project, you will compare each organelle to something you would find at Starbucks. Every organelle has a specific job, just like every item at Starbucks has a specific purpose. In the table below, explain how each organelle is like the object at Starbucks. Some examples have already been done for you. Turn the assignment in on Google Classroom when you are done. So down here in this table, we're going to take a cell organelle and we're going to compare it to something at Starbucks, and we're going to explain why the two are similar. Now, lucky for you, your teachers have already done 5 examples for you, just so you can see what we're expecting. It's going to be your job to finish the rest. Now, the first one says the cell organelle is like the wall. Now, why is the cell wall like the wall at Starbucks? Let's look at my explanation. It says the cell wall is like the wall because the wall surrounds Starbucks and provides the shape of the building, just like the cell wall provides the shape of the cell. Now, I found this nifty virtual tour of Starbucks here. And if you guys notice, around the outside of Starbucks, there's a wall. And if we go further this way, we're going to be able to tell where exactly Starbucks ends. Now, this particular Starbucks, I believe, is inside a school. Think about how cool that would be if we had a Starbucks at our school. You'd never find me in our classroom. I'd be here all the time. But we can tell exactly where the school ends and where Starbucks starts because we have a wall. That wall provides the shape and structure of Starbucks, just like the cell wall's job is to provide the shape and structure of the wall. Now, in our second analogy, we compare the cell membrane to the door. Why? Well, it says the cell membrane is like the door because the door controls what goes in and out of Starbucks, just like the cell membrane controls what goes in and out of the cell. Now, this Starbucks doesn't really have a door. It kind of has this big, wide open space. But I imagine at night they probably drag one of those chain link doors across so people can't get in. Doors can either prevent people from coming in and out, or they can also allow people to come in and out. The door controls who's going to come in and outside of Starbucks. The same is true about the cell membrane. The cell membrane controls what goes in and out of the cell. Now, the next example compares the cytoplasm to the air. Why? It says the cytoplasm is like the air because the air surrounds everything in Starbucks, just like the cytoplasm surrounds the organelles and keeps them in place. If you were to think about every little object in this virtual tour as an organelle, what surrounds all of these objects? Air. The same is true of cytoplasm. It's this gel-like substance that surrounds all of the organelles, fills in all of the empty spaces, and keeps the organelles in place. Our next analogy compares the nucleus to the manager. Why? The nucleus is like the manager of Starbucks because the manager controls the workers and tells them what to do, like the nucleus controls the cells. So whoa, this spins kind of fast. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I am so sorry about that. Let's find those people. Wow, I need to master spinning this virtual tour around a little bit better. Sorry if I made you dizzy there. Take a look at these two ladies here. They know when to show up to work, they know when to leave work, and they know what to do while they're at work because their manager tells them what to do. The same is true about the nucleus. It controls the cell and everything that happens inside. Now, the last example that's been done for you is comparing the chloroplast to the cook. Now, the chloroplast is like the cook at Starbucks because the cook makes the food for the customers. If I look over here, there's this display case of goodies, and there's some snacks here and some snacks here, while the cook controls what food is going to be at Starbucks, just like the chloroplast makes food for the cell. Now remember, this is only for plant cells. Animal cells do not have chloroplast. So what you're going to do for assignment 1 is you are going to finish the rest of the chart. Here we're comparing the endoplasmic reticulum to the barista. Why? Well, you have to think about it and tell me why. Now, what's a barista? That would be this lady right here. Barista is a fancy word for the person at the coffee shop who makes the coffee. We also compare the Golgi bodies to the cups. Why? Well, you have to figure that out, think about it, and complete the analogy. All Starbucks have cups like these right here. How could these be like the Golgi bodies? Now the next one compares the vacuole to the display case and fridge. So this display case fridge over here, how could this possibly be like the vacuole of a cell? In the next one, it compares the mitochondria to the breaker box. Now, you may not know what a breaker box is, and I couldn't find one in this virtual tour, but I know it's probably in the back room. Now, if you don't know what a breaker box is, have you ever seen one of these in your house before? If you haven't, I challenge you to ask your parents, where's the breaker box in your house? Now, if you don't know what a breaker box is, it's basically this box in your house that controls all of the electricity in your house. There's a little switch for every single room and area of your house, and you can turn those switches on and off to control the flow of electricity. So how do you think the mitochondria are like the breaker box? You'll tell me about that over here. The next one is the lysosome. So how is the lysosome? Where is there a trash can? Oh, right over here. How is the lysosome like a trash can? You're going to tell me that right here. And last but not least is the ribosome, which we are comparing to the coffee machines. So I see a coffee machine here. I see a coffee machine here. How do you think the coffee machines at Starbucks are like the ribosomes? So you are going ahead and fill out the rest of the explanations for assignment 1. You can pace yourselves. Maybe do 2 or 3 explanations a day, or be a total rock star, get it done in all one day. It doesn't really matter. But whenever you finish assignment 1, what's going to be your next step? If you said turn the assignment in on Google Classroom, you are absolutely right. Now remember, this is just assignment 1. You also have an assignment 2. So as soon as you finish assignment 1, go find the next video tutorial and figure out what do I need to do for assignment number 2. So go ahead, enjoy your time at Starbucks. Be like me and go to YouTube and Google coffee shop vibes and listen to some coffee shop music while you do it. Completely optional, but it makes the experience a little bit more relaxing and enjoyable. So we look forward to hearing how you complete these analogies. If you're struggling with how to complete them, make sure you hop on our office hours from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. every single day. Look forward to reading your answers. Enjoy your day at Cellbucks.